Hey everybody, welcome back to Joe and Tell. I am Joe and we are out front on a cool December, well almost January day. Um, Getting close to the end of the year here, and so I thought I would do a top 5 tobaccos of 2024, as well as kind of a recap on my year in smoking a pipe. I'm not going to tell you how many pipes I've smoked. I don't even know, but I'm sure it's a number I don't want to know, if I'm being honest. But I will talk to you about the different pipes I've acquired over the year, um, and go over, like I said, my top 5 tobaccos for this past year that I really enjoyed smoking. So let me get my pipe lit. It's the Peterson Pipe of the Year, or Potty Pipe of 2024, and in it I've got one of the top 5s that I've been enjoying this year, and I'm not going to tell you what it is until I get to my list. So it was a surprise to me, though. I actually had bought, I think, maybe 2 ounces or something, 4 ounces, and I enjoyed it so much I bought 8 more. And I know I mentioned this pipe in a previous video. It's an unboxing video, but I haven't actually smoked it for you guys yet. It's a really nice smoker. One thing I will say is the Terracotta. My buddy told me about it. He's like, now check your hands. And sure enough, after for the first 2 weeks or so, it left like a red stain. So I was a little surprised by that, but it doesn't seem to affect the finish on the pipe at all. And it does come off. I was just surprised that it would come off at all onto your hands. But that's the only complaint I would have, if that's even a complaint, about this about the pipe of the year. I really love the shape and size, and it's a good smoker. Anyway, enough of all that. Let's get into the list here. Before I get into the top 5 tobaccos, I'll talk to you about the different pipes I've acquired this past year, which you can see all in the different videos I've done. Each time I get a new pipe, it's a new video. But the first pipe I got this year was my Tsuge. I don't know how you say that, but the tasting pipe, which was really nice. That was the start of my journey to larger bowls in my pipe acquiring, and they just kept getting bigger as I progressed. Let's see, number 2 was my Boswell Natural Poker Freehand. It was my first Boswell pipe, and again, that's a pretty big boy. Number 3 was my Neerup Jeppesen Handmade Ida Easy Cut Smooth Bent Billiard. Always a sucker for Neerups, and that one was really, really nice, very beautiful. Unfortunately, around Halloween, I dropped it on the concrete sidewalk, and now it's got a bunch of scuffs and scratches in it. I was quite upset about that, because it's such a beautiful pipe. If anybody knows anything about pipe restoration or repair, let me know in the comments, because that one needs a little TLC. Still smokes great, but it's been scarred. Let's see, what are we on? Number 4, right? Yes. It was the Peterson Pub pipe, the Sandblasted P-Lip, which I actually probably smoked that one the most out of any other pipe this year. It's got a huge bowl on it, and it's really easy to smoke. No issues, other than it is a little tricky to clean sometimes because of the severe bend in the neck, but otherwise it's pretty nice. Let's see, that was yep, number 5 is the Peterson Pipe of the Year, which I am currently enjoying. I think I've already told you guys all about this one, so I don't need to go into any more detail. I wasn't planning on buying this, but when they released them, I was like, me and my pipe smoking buddy both went in and had to do it. So, all right, number 6 was the Boswell limited edition 2024 Christmas Billiard. It's my second Boswell. I only have 2 of them, And again, nice big bowl, smokes very, very cleanly, and super easy to clean and maintain. Still breaking it in. I've been smoking Morley's Best out of it. Or no, I'm sorry, Crowley's Best has been what I've been primarily smoking out of that. I think I'm about 7 smokes in, and so yeah, it's given me no issues thus far. Let's see, that was number 6. Number 7 is the gift from my wife that I showed you in a previous video. It's the AKB Meerschaum Smooth Bent Billiard. I have smoked that one time thus far, and I had never smoked a Meerschaum pipe, and it was fine. It smoked nice and clean, nice and cool. Uh, the inside of the bowl did tarnish almost immediately, which I was kind of surprised by. But so yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that evolves and changes over time, and to see if I can have any kind of pick up any kind of differences in tastes of tobacco between a Meerschaum and a briar pipe. A lot of people say they can, so I'm interested to see if that's the same for me. But enough of all that. Let's get on to the top 5 tobaccos for me for 2024. Obviously, this is just my opinion, but these are kind of the tobaccos that I either smoked a ton of this past year or just really, really stood out to me as just awesome smokes. But nonetheless, let's get started. At number 5, we have what I'm currently smoking, which I wasn't telling you about. It is, and by the way, all of these are Cornell and Deal except for one. But this is Cornell and Deal's Engine number 99. It's labeled as in English, but it's got something in there that's, I don't know if it's Perique or what, but it's something in there's got a little bit of bite to it that I actually quite enjoy. And when I got this, I got like 2 ounces or 4 ounces of it. I tried it and I was like, wow, that's pretty nice. I'm gonna get some more of that. So I ended up picking up like 8 more ounces, I think. So number 5, Engine number 99. It's what I'm currently smoking. Moving on, number 4 is Cornell and Deal's Yorktown, which is a Virginia, and that one's just super pleasant to smoke. A lot of times Virginias will smoke a little hotter, I think due to the sugar content. But Yorktown doesn't give me any issues as far as like burning my tongue or getting the bowl too hot. So it's a pretty mellow and smooth smoke for a Virginia for me. And I've smoked it several times this year. I quite enjoyed each experience. So 4, it was Yorktown. Number 3. Now I could argue that this is not necessarily one of my top favorites or not, but I do like it quite a bit, which is why I bought a pound of it. But it's on this list mainly because I did buy a pound of it and I smoked it so much this year that I felt like it deserved a spot on the list, which is Cornell and Deal's Briar Fox. It's a Virginia, and it's actually, I smoked quite a bit of that out of my my pub pipe when my wife and I did a getaway this past summer. That's what I took with me, and it was a great smoke, great experience. And so Briar Fox is on the list. It's a great tobacco. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's bad by any means. I enjoy it quite a bit. But I had a ton of it, so I smoked a ton of it, and it's on number 3. So there you go. Number 2 this is the outlier from the Cornell and Deal. It's Eric Stokeby's 4th generation 1931 Flake. It's labeled as a burley, but man, I was surprised. It smoked like a Virginia to me. Had the similar flavors to a Virginia, but it's just good. It was quite pleasant to smoke, and just really, really enjoyed every one of those smokes I had with that 1931 Flake. Yeah, it's like one of those ones you think you're just gonna sit down and have a regular smoke, and then you walk away like, wow, that was actually really nice. I won't do that again. So that was number 2, and then finally the number 1 pipe tobacco for me this year, the one that impresses me every time, because sometimes I'll smoke a pipe and it'll knock my socks off, and then sometimes I'll come back and be like, it was okay. But this one, every single time, no matter what pipe I smoke it out of, I get just a great, pleasant experience. No burn, no heat. and it is Cornell and Deal's Star of the East, which is in English. If you haven't had it, it's fantastic, super easy to smoke, and like I could puff on it all day, and it doesn't bother me. It doesn't, no tongue bite, no nothing. So that is my number one pick for 2024 is Cornell and Deal's Star of the East tobacco. And then one out of no, so I do keep a smoking journal. I'm one of those guys, and I noted in way back months ago that I was smoking my ebony Peterson ebony spigot pipe, and I was smoking some pirate cake out of it, and I I'll put a star by something if I think it's really nice or stands out to me for some reason, and I had 3 stars next to that. So I assume it was a really, really nice, pleasant experience smoking that. And whether it was a combination of pipe and tobacco or what, it must have stood out to me. So I think last year's standout was my mixture 965. And so this year's standout mixture, I'm assuming, is Pirate Cake, because why else would I put 3 stars by it? Everything else had either no stars or 1 star. So there you have it. That is my 2024 year-end pipe and tobacco. Yeah, it's that's the list, and what a heck of a year it's been, man. We're almost at 2025, which is hard to believe, but I hope that you all have a great new year, and stay safe, and we will see you in another video.